Hello there, my darlings, my beauties and beasts, and those in between. Welcome back to Swallow Your Truth. This is your girl, Lola's Life on Ink. Have you missed me? Because I'm back, bitches. Are you guys taking offense to that? I hope not. All right, well, first off, good news on the top of the list here. Dun, 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 dun. Wait for it. I finally received, or am finally receiving, my professional microphone, because I said I was going to be profesh, and do this the right way. This way we can connect on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? Love it. So it's coming in the mail. I'm hoping this will be the last one that I order, because I've tested a lot of them that I've thought they were good and have been recommended. But then this seems to be, I think, I'm getting a good vibe. I'm getting good feelings about this. So we'll be connecting more, because that was literally part of my stress. If I want this platform to grow, I should be able to be a little more professional. Okay, just a little hint, of integrity. Even though I lack all of that. I don't know. Well, in some parts of my life. Second of all, it is summer. The sun is blazing, and I'm loving every single minute of it, because as you guys heard before, that where I'm from, it's winter. Well, it's not really winter. I'm born in the winter here, right? But then where I'm from, it's summer always. So I really, really, really love the sun, and I love the summer. I think people are just more happy. I think I said this last year in my first few sessions when I started getting on air. So I just love the summer. It's just, it's nice. It's, you can wear dresses and sandals and, oh God, not coats and scarves and socks and jackets and gloves and boots. So yeah, here, that's where we are. Thirdly, don't mind the music in the background. I'm just chilling outside in the backyard. Got some, pardon me, chill music going. So if it changes and you hear something different, it's just because I have Pandora on shuffle. And it's just, a nice little chill station. Just get the mood going, okay? I don't know if you guys like silence or not, but whatever. It's my podcast. I'll do what I want. You hear me? I'll do what I want. Fourth. Is there a fourth? Oh my God, we're going to break into it today. We're going to go into it motherfucking deep, y'all. I might cry, and you guys might cry too, because I think it's just going to deep, but it's okay. We'll get through it, right? Fifth, maybe on my list right now, kind of a combination of subcategory A, B, C. Going to be recording more, and I think I finally figured out the platform's schedule. The schedule, if you will, so I can just give you guys a variety of different things, just so I don't, become mundane and boring and predictable, because that's not my shit, y'all. Okay, I am all over the place. I am, and I'm okay with that. I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna own it. So I figured it out. So we'll try it out, and we'll see what happens. And I'm pretty sure, we'll have some fun. So that was 5A. Oh my goodness, I am coming on a year very soon, so I'm very excited. And that's where I was like, you know what? Get your shit together, girl. Get a freaking professional microphone. Get a schedule going. Even though I don't like to be like, that kind of person, but schedules do work. Schedules, say differently. They do work, so it keeps me organized in my head, because, even though I just kind of like to wing it sometimes. Is there a 5B? Oh, yes, I'm going to be doing interviews. Okay, I'm going to be doing some really cool interviews in the upcoming months once I get my microphone. And 5C, I'm going to just keep expanding that platform. That's my only wish. So however long that takes to build, we're going to do it, because I am a perseverer to the end. To the very end. Let's get it going, and let's get it started. So y'all, here we go. Remember I told you that when I went to Aruba, it was probably the greatest place I've been to other than Dubai. and the Netherlands, and Kenya, obviously, and but my mom and I told her we got into it pretty badly, and I don't like when we go into these kind of things. It's just like it really does break my heart. With my stepfather, I'm just like, whatever. He's just the person he is, and if he wants to continue being a dick when he gets older, that's not my thing anymore. Like, I can't entertain that, right? But with my mother, I just so. Or my mom, she just we get into it because I think we're so connected, and we're very, 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 very close. So I always say to people that my mother is like my organs, right? She's my pancreas, my liver, my heart, my soul. She is the person who embodied me, and she's the person who has basically just made me be the person who I am, right? And I thank her for every single day, because I'm just like, damn, like, I have gotten a lot away, and I'm so lucky that my mom is just very open to my shenanigans. And also lastly, I'm not ended in jail, so which is kind of a good streak. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy and wild and cursed and all over the place, and I'm very impulsive, but she's the one who kind of brings me back down from the sky. I'm like, hey, listen, okay? Just tone it down just a little bit. I'm not telling you to change, just tone it down a little bit. But so when we go at it, it just breaks my heart. So we finally had a chat. I'm the kind of person, like, when I get into like situations or confrontations, in that moment, I just kind of like don't have time to think about it, right? I'm just kind of operating on like, oh my God, I have to be defensive. Oh my God, I have to protect me. Like, right? Like, these walls are like slowly building up, right? Because like, you would not penetrate me. You would not break me down, right? And so I think when I then have time to think about it, I'm just like, oh my God, people are over. And so what's the word I'm trying to look for? I don't hold grudges. I just have time to think about exactly what was said, and then I plan my respond, if you will. And usually my respond is just to shut down, like, shut the shit down. And I'm talking like blank face, nothing is going on, the walls are protected, Fort Knox has nothing on me. And I just basically just kind of stick to myself and do what I need to do to just protect myself from, blowing up than a volcano. So for some people, it may seem like I'm just, being quote unquote moody, but it's just like I'm just trying to literally figure out how can I move forward to that situation. And that's why I'm in therapy. Well, I was in therapy, but then now this is a new version of therapy, upgraded version, without the co-payment, and other than running, obviously. So basically, that's where we are. So my mom and I I just don't like it when we in that really negative space. And we finally had a conversation. And the thing about my mom is like, she doesn't like tension, right? She just likes to just basically, not so much sweep up things with the carpet, but just kind of like glaze over it and be like, okay, well, la la la, like, so I guess that's really kind of sweeping things under the carpet. And then, so when I'm ready to talk, it's like we're at this junction where we're seeing things just completely different because we haven't had time to talk it over the proper way, right? So when we finally do, it's just like, and then we finally calm down, and then we're back in a good space. And I'm going to tell you literally, I want to say about 95% of our run-ins, or not run-ins, situations are because of her husband and the crap that he does. So in my mind, I'm thinking that she's protecting him, and again, once I'm just left to fend for myself, if you will. So anyway, we spoke thank the Lord Jesus. Excuse me, let me take a energy. And this was like a 5-hour conversation. And we spoke everything about what happened to Aruba, in Aruba. And it was good. And I think this time around, we're literally on the same page, finally, right? So basically, I told her what my plans were. Mind you, she already knew what my plans were. And I think, like, you know, this last situation in Aruba was because I think she knew that I had already made the final stages of my transition to my next phase of my life, which is moving to the moving out of the States. And you know, I think it kind of hit her a little bit harder than expected, because as I said, I'm the only child, and we are super close. We can basically finish each other's sentences, and it's a very unique relationship, and where also other people have been quite, I'm not saying that we're the best, you know, I told you we do have issues, but it's just been where, like, people just go, oh my God, you know, I wish I could be like that with my daughter, I wish I could be like that with my mom, just like, this is from birth, okay, and she was very close with my grandmother, which is her mother, and I hope when I'm a mother, I'm that close with my kids too, you know. This woman is just phenomenal. My mom is a phenomenal human being. I've never once said I hated her and everything like that's gone through and we've gone through. Never uttered those words, right? Because to me, that's blasphemous. I just don't like sometimes the things that are coming out, because I think it's just operating out of fear from her. And I'm pretty sure she knows that I'm just very, very outspoken, and I just don't take shit. So in all essence, she's raised me to not take shit, but then when I don't take shit, it's because it's, you know, that's where we kind of collide a little bit, right? Because I'm just like, well, that also includes, I don't take shit also from my own mom, you know, so I will never, as I said, like, say I hate my mom. That's just stupid and just, like, so venomous. I just do not appreciate the way things go when I know there's an underlying issue, right? I'm not playing the victim. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Sometimes I do say things are out of pocket. But again, at the time, I don't know if it's a trigger until I learn later. Because again, I don't know what my mom is like going, like, you know, going to take it, right? Or maybe that might be a trigger because there's something else that she might be thinking about, right? But we're getting better. So I'm telling you, we're so different yet so alike. Right. Yeah, and that's where we are right now. Anyway, so we had this conversation. I am so beyond grateful that, as I said, we can be on level-headed grounds when it comes to moving forward and what we expect from each other. And that's what any healthy relationship should be like. Communication, obviously, and trust, and, you know, everything else that builds this beautiful bond, which I've completely lost with her husband. I don't have any more respect for him at all. I sometimes really think he is borderline like bipolar, I think, you know. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, I'm just saying, like, it's just the flip-flop. I can't. And so never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that I would have been in this situation, especially with him. And you hear horror stories with like step parents and whatever. I was like, no, that's not gonna be me. No, 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 that's not gonna be me. That would never be me. But then here we are. And I'm gonna be even more honest. And I'm pretty sure catching backslash, it's okay. Backslash. It's not a horror film, but sometimes I feel like it's backslash. Backlash for what I'm about to say, but whatever, right? This is the whole point of Swallow Your Truth, is being truthful to the core. So I'm going to be quite honest. I've literally forgotten his birthday, like his birth date. So when it comes around, and hold my beer, I have to text my mom, or she texted me usually to let me know that it's coming up, usually in June. See, I don't remember right now again. So basically, it follows like this, right? So it's Father's Day, his birthday, and then their anniversary. And I think on some next level shit, like I feel, because sometimes he's very selfish, I think he probably got married on the month of June to make it easier for him. I'm going with a conspiracy theory here, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to stick by it. And maybe because it can make it all about him, right? I'm eating, you guys. I'm eating. I'm sorry. So basically, that's what I think happened. I could be wrong, but I know 98% of my gut tells me I'm right. So maybe one day I'll ask him if I feel like it, or I'll just go with whatever is reality, right? There's one, oh gosh. There was one year that I had made a collage for him, and it included all pictures of he and I, him and I, me and him and me, whatever. All you grammar police can go kick rocks, like just leave me alone. So, oh my god, it's so hot. I need to stay hydrated. Water is so good, y'all. It was a nice little collage of pictures of things that we did and things that we do, and at the time, and us playing golf. Because let me tell you something, okay? I like to play golf now. We used to play golf. Can you imagine? We used to play hide and go seek. We used to go to the movies together. We used to just all these cool stuff. That we used to have so many inside jokes. Like even one time, my mom was like, "Oh, she even confessed. She said that she was a little bit teenage. I was like, we had this bond, but she was happy that we had this bond because, again, she's heard the horror stories of step parents. So I made a collage. Oh no! So by the way, he taught me how to play golf. Okay. When I first saw Tiger Woods, I was like, hub. I'm going to marry him. We're going to have lots of babies. And they will all play golf, and I'm going to play golf too. And I'm going to it's all about Tiger Woods, right? Obviously, that's when it started. So that's when I started to learn to play golf. And the one thing I remember my stepdad saying was that if you're going to do it well. Meaning, I remember saying when I was young that I want to look hot playing golf. And he's like, yeah, looking hot is one thing. He's like, but playing golf very well and having respect for the game is another. So I'm like, ooh, wise words. I mean, again, this one was cool. So here we are. We went out to first of all, he started teaching me to play golf with the 9-iron, right? And he's like, literally, that's all you need, Laura. He's like, you just need a 9-iron, and you can putt with it. You can use it as a driver. So we started in the backyard with a single golf ball, and he just said, hit it. Just hit the ball. That's how we practice the swing and everything else, right? And eventually, so then he would swing and hit the ball over the roof. No joke. All right, it landed in the front yard. So obviously I am a competitor. I was like, I want to do the same thing. So when I used to live in London, when he was working in the city, and I came back from school, that's what I do. Is I would practice, and I would practice, and I would just practice, and the one day it just flew right over the roof. Now, how could I prove that, right? So I colored the golf ball with a magic marker, black, right? They were white, the ones that we were practicing with. And when he came back from the city, I was so excited to show him from work. I was excited to show him what I'd done. So I didn't hit the first one. Went back, I got the ball, like it was just right there in the backyard. Second one, no. Third time, pew, right over the roof. I mean, he was like so proud and so happy. And after that, that's when we started going to the golf courses and playing half games and half a day and whatever. And then we eventually got to a full course. And that's our thing, Then we'll go out to eat afterwards. Then we'll come home and just chill out and watch movies and quote movies and whatever. If you guys really want a hoot, a good time, Thanksgiving at our house used to be the shit. Literally, it used to be Comedy Central on crack. Between him and his uncle, his brother, which is my Uncle John. I mean, never ending laughter between all three of us and everybody else, and it was just fun. And COVID ruined everything. But anyways, so he just slowly started to turn, and my mom was always defending him. No, mom always was on my side because she would see little things. She would see little things whatever, and I don't. Then it just felt as if she was now turning against me and going with him. So in my mind, I thought, what? I am your daughter. He's some person you just said yes to many years, and then just happened to be married now. And of course I felt just alone because I'm what happened to my mom always defending me, right? So then I think because of the enabling of his behavior, and that's what I'm going to say, which is basically the chunk of the blowout in Aruba, was I don't know, I just had a moment because I just had a moment, and then it led to something, and then that's when the blowout happened. Oh yes, I remember they were having a conversation. It was over the speakerphone, and something to do with, I don't know. Anyway, his controlling ways again that just need to be I guess highlighted. And it was something to do with the cats at my mom's place, and they were just going back and forth, where my mom was pleading, please don't do that, please. The cats don't change, this and third. And he's sitting there laughing. He's just laughing because he knows he's gonna do what he wants to do because it's out of malice, right? And he knows he's gonna piss my mom off, right? So I think that's what really set me off. So anyways, now fast forward into the present moment. Here we are, basically at this juncture where I just don't have the time nor the patience for his shit anymore, right? So I pick my battles where I know I'm going to win, and that's when I just lose my shit if he starts doing his little nonsense. But the resolution when I was speaking to my mom was that And I confronted her. I was like, why? Why do you feel the need to enable his behavior? Because when you enable his behavior, he does it more, right? There's no consequences, right? So it's like allowing a kid to basically run around the store, touch things, and doing all this stuff. There's no discipline. There's no full stop. And I don't understand that countdown either. Listen, every parent's different. Don't come for me. Listen, I'm not a parent. I'm just saying, but I've never had my mom count down like 10, 9, 8. 7. I just need to see my mom's eyes when I know I'm about to like do something wrong. And I already knew if I don't stop, there'll be hell to pay. Okay, so my mom was just that little stare like, I dare you. I dare you, little girl, to even like. So I've kind of been grown to like, not go that route. So that's why I was like, okay, I know my mom pisses off my mom. I know she's mom, I know her, right? So but I'm not going to go ahead and like disrespect her in public and stuff like that. Him, on the other hand, always gets a hall pass. So, excuse me, that in turn pisses me off. So, coming back to the resolution and everything else, my mom said that, basically she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I said, but what's a rock and a hard place? Like, it's a simple choice. Just tell him to stop treating me this way. But the way she explained it was that, she's still a wife and she's still a mother. So I guess so. I guess it is a conundrum. I'm not into it. I'm not living that life, right? So maybe I don't understand. Maybe I'm selfish that way. What do you guys think? I don't know. And maybe I don't see it that way because I'm so used to her coming to my defense. And then, I'm just kind of, as I said, I always say I'm left in the waters. I'm left in the water, sinking within a life raft. That's the way I always feel. Pardon me. I'm so hungry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I eat. That's supposed to be an unprofessional thing, but I don't care. I'm hungry. So, pardon me. And that's the way I looked at it. But I also saw her perspective as well. But at the same rate, it's not right to treat people like that, especially coming from my husband. He has no remorse. There's no reason behind it. And one day I asked him, I said, why do you feel the need to belittle me? Why do you feel the need to verbally abuse me? Right? Why do you feel the need to talk behind my back to your brother or family friends? Why? Why? I'm confronting the beast as is, right? And he literally just walked away. So then in my mind, I'm like, damn, are you the same person that we used to play golf with? All right, like, what happened to that person? What happened to the joyful person? What happened to the, that person that my mom married? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like we literally fell for a used car salesman. like the person who just kind of sells you that car, like, oh yeah, everything's good, everything looks good under the engine, take it, all is good, it's a good deal. If it sounds good to be true, run up that damn hill. Like, I'm talking, don't crawl, run, left, right, repeat, in fast motion. And I think we were just sold that version to now realize he's too potential. Because maybe this is the person he's been all this time, right? But he also knew that no other woman could ever tolerate it. And I think maybe, again, conspiracy theory, that he just saw my mom. I don't know, maybe I start to question, was he really initially attracted to her? Or was he knew that my mom was a mark? I said it. Come for me. So, oh my God. So anyways. So the point I'm trying to make here is this. After the conversation and resolution with my mom, I realized just going forward, she's my focus. Whereas before it was basically the both of them, in my life. I have to get my son and get something. It was basically the both of them because I was like, well, I don't know what my future, I know what my future may hold, right? But then basically I'm just trying to make it sure that they're both well taken care of because they took care of me. And that's usually a child's job, isn't it? I think that's the end goal, right? So I think just going forward, my mother's my focus. Does she deserve more? Yes, she does. And if I could give her the damn world, I would wrap it up in a nice big bow and give it to her. But unfortunately, I have to share this world with everybody. Pardon me, it's ice. It's so cool. Hot outside, but it's nice. Need some more water. I hate drinking warm water. Like, I don't see the purpose of it. On a side note, but anyways, so I'm putting ice in my little goblet. This way I can hydrate. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, is that wrong? Maybe. Am I going to hell for it? I don't know. Possibly. I just want to make sure that now, just going forward, that my mom is my main focus. And whatever I do is for my mother. I'm so happy that we also dove into some other deeper stuff that was kind of like laying low for a while. So I said, at this point, let's just get everything out. I'm so unprofessional. I'm just eating while I'm recording, but I'm hungry, you guys. And there's ice, and there's this, whatever. It's still me. Oh, God, I'm still a human. So, I'm so glad that talk happened, because now we know where we stand on other issues, on other things. We can focus on that, too. I love that we're on the same page regarding, again, the other issues. I can't really mention it because those are private information. Even though I am very open with you guys, but we'll leave that in the box, in the little Pandora's box. So yes. So I guess the question, is this: do you feel relieved? And I really feel in my heart of hearts, going forward, we're going to be in a really good place. So yeah, I'm excited. I sound happier. I feel lighter. And to be honest, like, that last eruption brought me into a really, really deep and dark place. I was just like crying all day long, all night long. And I'm like, I don't have my period for like, I don't have my period all day long, but I'm just saying, like, I've never been this emotionally, probably maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? Ruptured, right? I've never been this emotionally ruptured, but this time around, I think, was the... It was just big. It was big. There's a lot of things that were said, and we addressed it again, I told you, during our interaction, and I'm so happy we did. And when I woke up the next day... Literally, I felt lighter. I didn't have this like thing. I didn't have this like heavy feeling in my gut, like, or this. And for the first time in probably 2 months, I just couldn't cry anymore. So it's kind of getting worried. Because, when you're used to something all the time and then it stops, you're like, is this normal? Am I saying I'm emotional? No. I mean, I told you, like, literally, when things happen, I stick to myself. I deal with things by myself internally. Like, it's just me, myself, and I go running. I meditate harder. Oh, yeah, and then I also have a freaking adults coloring book. That's a shit, y'all. You need to get yourself, like, one. It's, like, so cool. Mine, I think, says, I gotta go find it. Anyway, there's different brands, but it's just look up adult coloring book. And I think one of the pages says, get the fuck over it. So whoever is the author of that one, I gotta find it, and I'll maybe recommend it. But so then it has like cute like things you can kind of color around those words, and which is kind of an odd thing. I just finished that page, which is get the fuck over it, and maybe it was kind of symbolic. Yes. All I want, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. So, I would do anything for my mom. Anything. I'm sorry, you guys. See? Oh, God, see? There it is. There goes the tears. I summoned them. I manifested them. I'll do anything for my mom. Okay, so I think just going forward, literally, I just want to focus on good times with my mom again. We are on the same level. We're on a new page of renewal. And I just know going forward, things will be way much better. I've just learned to now just, at this point, block out her husband. Does that sound rude? No, I'm over it. And my mom, in one of her words that she said during the conversation, she said, he's a lost cause, just forget it. So don't try to reason with him. I hate saying it like that, but then because I know he's getting older, but I feel like he's getting older and bitter and more angry and more resentful, more what's the other word I'm looking for? Like purpose with vengeance, vengeful, right? More vengeful, just much more scarier, because in a more scarier, much more unpredictable. Maybe he's just scared of the end. I don't know, but anyway, I cannot, in all good conscience, have that in my conscience going forward if I want to manifest my true and utmost reality, to live my true and utmost will, right? So, in conclusion, if you have a chance to resolve things with the people who you love, please do it. Take that time. Do it. Because literally, time stops for no one. And time only moves forward and doesn't stand still. And I just want to spend more time with my mom. That's it. And if you have time to spend with people who love, and they love you, and they mean love to you, squash that shit. Okay? And until we meet again for my 1-year anniversary, hopefully going forward, if we can get some more numbers. I thank you once again to my New York, Tennessee, oh my God, where am I going? Texas, Florida, basically some states are popping up. Norway, you're coming in. Sweden, you're coming in. Dankeschön, Germany. Germany. Shukran, Egypt, gracias, my little Latino followers. How do I say? Merci to my French-speaking followers. I will be real. I'll always keep it real. Okay, 100 motherfucking percent. And we're going to blow the shit out of the water. And that's it. And until we meet again, I want you guys to stay freaking awesome, freaking happy, love yourself. Find 5 things to love about yourself and about the world, and be appreciative. And I cannot wait to always grow with you, my little truth swallowers, okay? And I'll see you on the next session of Swallow Your Truth. Love you. Bye.